So, DVR is probably the best and worst thing that's ever happened to me. I get to watch the shows that I'm not around to watch, but because I can record 800 hours worth of television, I have. Including every single episode of the greatest show known to man, The Golden Girls. And there are lots and lots of great shows that are on at all sorts of hours, and it's like, man, I didn't know they still aired Family Matters or Full House. So every now and then on a Saturday evening, I'll get to go back to my childhood, the early 90s, and see how bad everyone's haircut was, the ridiculous stuff they wore, and just these beautiful, beautiful moments of family comedy that really aren't as funny now. But they're just these really great moments. And in some of these shows, when you see the pilot episode, and then you see, once it's been picked up in the regular season, there are characters that aren't there anymore. Like on the first episode of The Golden Girls, they had a cook, and he doesn't exist anymore. They make Sophia a main character. I know you're appreciating all of this insider knowledge about The Golden Girls. But in pilots of shows, when characters don't test well, they write them out. When there's something wrong with the character, they don't think that people will connect with the character. They don't think that the character's a good fit for the show. When they're going through audiences and when they get the Nielsen ratings and when they get feedback from critics, if a character isn't really going to work with that show, they write them out. And then you see the second episode and it's a different set, they're in a different place. The backstories of the characters have changed to make it a more effective show. The same is true in our lives, except it's not. God knows everything about our backstory. He knows your web browser history. He knows what you say to people. He's heard every phone call. He's seen everything you've ever done. But he hasn't written us out of his story. Instead, he's written us into his plan for this world, and that's what we celebrate today. That instead of writing us out for everything we did wrong, he wrote us in because of who he is. And he's still writing in our lives today. There's still a story that he has to tell through us. And this morning, we add another page to that story. We add another page of God's glory and his grace. Today, we add just a little bit more about who God is and who we will be through him. Will you stand as we worship?